We were involved in a little competition. They invited 6 architects, one from each state of Australia, to the brick industry to design something that particularly related to the conditions of that state and use brick. We thought we were a very odd firm for them to invite in. We'd just done the Melbourne Grammar brick, building out of brickwork. Otherwise, we hadn't used brick in a decade. So for us, it was fantastic to actually use a building material that's sort of foreign to us. So looking at building on, so our theme was how you build well on something that is only a Victorian concern, which is building on our southern coast. So all the sun to the north, but all the views to the south. And that's normally responsible for some very energy inefficient houses. This had to receive it was energy efficiency, which the brick industry reckoned they can kill off everybody else with, would had to be the theme. So we chose a site that we'd already built a house on, a timber house, as we do on this site in Anglesea in Western Victoria, and started here our scribbling. Myself and Andy Wong here scribbling and modelling this little house that would be a really energetic little plan of brickwork that would be constructed over 3 levels onto this house. I won't tell you all of our unproven science, but just to get to the point that what we normally do here is we handle amazing panoramas in this vast plate of glass that picks up the whole of the panoramic view. Of course, we knew we couldn't do that here, so what I said, let's get a house that has the panorama, fill it with brickwork, but just inscribe the view, trace the view in this vast brick wall. And so you'll see that this is all of our energy stuff we worked on. What was interesting on the night, it's an area where we have had to change a lot of our logic as a practice to get more and more star ratings. We actually, all of the entries had to be star rated, and we got 8.2, which for us is a world record by about double. And we couldn't believe it. It was just fantastic. Surely we're going to win this competition on that alone. We didn't win the competition. And I was there ready to a speech. Each person had to talk to the jury and this big event they called up in Sydney and talk about their scheme. Well, of course, I was about to go on with this as my opening slide, 8.2 stars. This is remarkable for us. We're leaping into a whole new era of amazing environmental responsibility. But of course, the person who was in charge of all the jury process got up fast and spoiled my introduction by saying the responsibility of these architects is incredible. It's unparalleled. In fact, it's amazing. In fact, the lowest star rating here was 8.2. So that's why. So here it is. So our little thing, just as we work with these little energetic card models, so this setting up the hillside, this idea of sculpting panels of brickwork up the hill into this container that actually really, we sort of shrink wrapping the program around to this vast living chamber at the front. There's our window that accepts view into this vast panorama. So here it is. So we invented this room. It doesn't actually exist. But a lighthouse and a beachhead and a horizon. So there it is, just this idea of mapping the view out through. And then wrapping timber, which is our favourite material, recycled timber right around the room, walls, floor and ceiling, and featuring the brickwork as part of this gorgeous panorama at the end view. There's the house.